This is the FriendlyMask. The idea behind this project was to make a smart mask that can track some key user actions. It consists of 3 modules. The first is the speech-to-text module. The second is the smiling muscle sensor module. And the third is a temperature sensor module that can track whether the user has a fever. Our motivation behind this project was to design a mask for hearing impaired individuals or for those who rely on facial expressions as a form of communication.
We wanted our design to be following some engineering principles and some overall themes. Like, we wanted it to be wearable and compact, and we also wanted the overall design to be modular. So in order to implement that, we included basically 3 different design components. The first is the wearable mask, where you have things like your temperature and muscle sensors and your microphone. The second is the necklace module, which includes the LCD display for speech-to-text recognition. And the third is our very beautiful designer bag. This carries all the electronic components, including both the Raspberry Pi and the Arduino, and keeps everything in a beautiful and compact space.
This is speech recognition. The microphone records the user's speech. The speech is then fed into the Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi does speech recognition processing and converts that speech into text, which it then outputs to the necklace display. We wanted the user to have some control over the speech-to-text module, so we added some indicators and a button on the necklace.
How are you?
All of the code for the speech recognition module is written in Python and run on the Raspberry Pi. While the microphone is recording, it will listen to the surrounding audio for half a second to establish a baseline for noise removal. Then, it will listen for speech and it will time out if it doesn't hear anything after 3 seconds.
So as you can see here, within the mask is a MyAware muscle sensor device. This device has 3 locations to put electrodes, just like this. The 2 on the sensor itself must go longitudinally parallel to a muscle that you're sensing. And the 3rd, on this black device here, tries to go on a bony part. Now, this sensor, the way it works, is not by pressure. It actually senses the electronic pulses delivered by your muscle when contracting, and it turns that into a voltage drop and sends that signal all the way to the Arduino, which then lights up the amount of LEDs that correspond with how big of a smile that actually is.
This is completely relaxed. Now smile. Yes, small smile. There we go, big smile.
Now, temperature sensing consists of a very small sensor located within the mask, as you can see here. Now, this normally lays along the cheek. This temperature sensor then communicates with an Arduino inside the carrying case. This Arduino then sends that signal and communicates with an LCD, which displays your temperature to yourself and to your surroundings. And if it gets too hot, it'll send an alert saying that you might be having a fever.
Yes. Almost there. Yep.
Engineering is fun. Clearly our mannequin does not agree.